The abduction of over 200 schoolgirls in Chibok community in Borno State sparked mass protests in Nigeria, and some concerned Nigerians have been holding sit-out sessions demanding the rescue of the girls. It's 2 years now, and the question on the lips of relatives and sympathizers is, where are the girls? This week's edition of the program reflects on this sad event. Hello, thank you for joining me on the program. I am Omelogo Nnadi. It's unbelievable but true. It's been 2 years since the abduction of over 200 schoolgirls from Chibok community by the Islamist sect Boko Haram in April 2014, and those girls are still missing. We'll talk about the feeling, the pain, the hope, and even the doubts as Nigeria and indeed the world remembers those abducted girls. But up ahead, the federal government has been tasked to pay priority attention to the education of the girl child for national development. Do take a listen. It's 2 years since the abduction of over 200 schoolgirls in Chibok community, an abduction that sends a message discouraging the education of a girl child.
It is with this that I welcome.
For members of the Bring Back Our Girls movement, it's pertinent that attention is paid to the education of the girl child, especially in the wake of abductions and killings of school children in northeast Nigeria.
Less than half of young people between the ages of 6 to 25 living in northern Nigeria are currently enrolled in school, and that majority of students enrolled in school are males, some 60%. The analysis found out that there are nearly twice as many boys graduating from primary school as there are girls, and that the dropout rate for the boys is about half the dropout rates for the girls, 3% and 5.4% respectively. And then it found out that as few as 20% of the women in the northwest and the northeast of the country are literate. Inequality and its root cause can be traced to unequal access to education. When it happens with girls, it is worse because it has a double effect. The girls which are not educated are most sooner exposed to child marriage, unprepared only to raise children, themselves being children. Ladies and gentlemen, a society multiplies the number of individuals without skills to lead a good life each time a girl child fails or falls through the cracks of an unconcerned society. The research has concluded that the high level of out-of-school girls seen in their study has grave implications that are detrimental to our society as a whole and can affect girls' lives negatively in all its ramifications. Uneducated girls easily slip into the margins of society, ending up less healthy, less skilled, with fewer choices, and they remain ill-prepared to participate in the political, social, and economic development of their communities. As uneducated women, they will remain at higher risk of poverty, maternal mortality, child mortality, HIV and AIDS, sexual exploitation, and other forms of violence.
According to statistics from the Africa Health, Human and Social Development, 61.1% of girls are without education in northeast Nigeria, 62.8% in northwest, 38% in north central, 18.7% in southeast, 17.1% in southwest, and 13% in south Nigeria. However, 52.4% of boys in the Northeast are without education, 46.9% in Northwest, 22.6% in North Central, 11.6% in Southwest, and 10.7% Southeast, and 6.1% in South-South. Members of the international community joined in the advocacy for the education of the girl child.
We hope to see the rebuilding of the Northeast take a start. But most of all, I think we hope to see an end to all the suffering of the victims and see them pick up their normal way of life again. The access to education for all, and especially for the girl child, must be part of this normal way of life, and that must be clear after this morning's event.
Some of the priorities of Canada in Nigeria are very much focused on the welfare of the girl child and on gender parity. Canada is particularly active in MNCH, that's maternal, newborn and child health, in our development programming. But we've also been very active in supporting advocacy and supporting Nigerian civil society in promoting the welfare of the girl child and combating forced and child marriage.
It is not in doubt that education remains the key to the socio-economic development of any nation. The consensus here is that investing in this key area should be top priority for government and the society at large.
Serving the right to education.